getting set up to do an applique design in a little bit, but in this video we want to talk about how do you position a design exactly on a point of your fabric you want it to be. So let's say we want this design to be over here. We've hooped up the fabric, but when we're actually stitching, we need the design to be centered on this exact point. I usually use some type of fabric marker. Of course, always test your fabric markers on your fabric. Make sure they come out. That is not always the case with all fabric markers, just FYI. We are going to use design number 30. And that is an applique design, and I know that because there's a picture in the manual that indicates I'm going to be cutting some fabric away. So when a design comes in, it comes in centered. You do need to tell it which hoop you're using. We're using the largest one that comes with the Pfaff Creative 3.0. It's the 260 by 200 hoop. So nice 8 inches by 10 inches. Okay, so next, usually what I like to do is go ahead and go to the embroidery stitch out area. And it tells me where to start for colors, great. But look what it does, is it moves to the first stitch within the design. So the black plus is way up here. So obviously this is not the center of our design because the needle is in that exact position. So if I want to move anything around, I need to go ahead and go over to the precise positioning area, the little butterfly with the little corners on it. The one you'll probably use the most is this one right here. It probably has an exact name, corner icons. How about that? So what I want to do is I want to see where the needle will be if I put it into the center location of the design. So right now that is sitting right about here, and my mark for the center of my design where I want it to stitch is down over here. Next, I can go ahead and move this by touching the screen and easily getting it into position as I want it to kind of work my way over to that little dot. Now if I'm unsure if I am in that position, and I can go back here and then get the control box that allows me to go very small movements. Holding my finger on the screen allows me to go ahead and get it to move, and then tip the needle down. Once you've tipped it down, I can see I'm right on the dot that I drew, and making sure, the machine won't let you stitch if the design goes outside the hoop space, but I can tell that I'm not outside it because that is the hoop picture sitting right there. So if I want to embroider it right at that position, I am set to go. Do the check mark, and we are ready to start our applique design. If you want to see our applique video, click right up here in this corner where the little eye is, and that will continue on this video on how to do embroidery applique.